Good morning and welcome back to Cooking with Suzanne. So it's a beautiful Sunday morning here and I thought it might be fun to make a nice quick bread. And judging by the ingredients we have here, I bet you can tell what kind of bread we're going to make. So I know that everyone probably has their favorite banana bread recipe, and I am sure they are all absolutely wonderful. Everyone thinks theirs is the best. So why would I think any differently? I have a banana bread recipe that I love as well. So I want to share it with you today. The first thing we want to do is talk about our ingredients. I have 1 1/4 cup of unbleached all-purpose flour. In here I have 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, which I am going to add to the flour. I have 2 eggs, which by the way, if you can have your eggs at room temperature, it's best. So for 30 minutes or so before you get started, that's always nice. 1/2 cup of canola oil, or you could use grapeseed oil. We're going to put in about 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla. I have 1/2 cup of toasted walnuts, which I did put in the oven at 350 degrees for about 8 minutes, just to get them nice and flavorful. So those are all set and chopped and ready to go. And I have 1 cup of sugar, and I have 2 tablespoons of sour cream, or you can use creme fraiche if you have some in your fridge. And then our final ingredient, which is our bananas. Either 2 large bananas or 3 small. I happen to have 3 small bananas here, so that's what I'm going to use. And they should be nice and ripe in order to get that nice full flavor. And you want to get your oven at 350 degrees. Okay, so in regard to the pan, 9 by 5, I've sprayed it with some Pam, and I have a strip of parchment paper that I'm just going to put inside and line the bottom with. And that helps to take our bread out, our banana bread out easily. And a banana bread, this type of bread is known as a quick bread. So the first thing we want to do is put our 2 eggs into our mixer, along with our 1 cup of sugar. Now this does need to go on medium-high for about 10 minutes. So we'll go ahead and get that started. You want to get a lot of nice light volume in there. So we will get that going. I do have my whisk attachment, not the paddle. So I have it on medium-high, and we'll let that go for 10 minutes. Okay, that's been 10 minutes, and I will just show you what you're looking at. So it's nice and pale yellow, and it's really got beautiful volume, and we're ready to move on to our next step. And you want to put your speed on low, and we'll add our 1/2 cup of canola oil. And you just want to drizzle it in fairly slowly so that it mixes nicely. Once your oil is completely into the mixture, you will add 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla. And this is our 3 small bananas, or 2 large, and all I did was just mash it with a fork. And now that will go into this mix. I'm just going to raise this a minute and make sure our oil is completely incorporated. There we go. So now you can put in your bananas. Now let's put in our sour cream. 2 tablespoons. paper onto my cutting board, and then I'll pass all the dry ingredients through the strainer. That's all set, we're ready. So let's put in our dry ingredients. Just pass it through. And here is our prepared pan. We'll take this off the mixer. Give it a good mix, good stir, especially around the sides and the bottom. And now it's very, very loose right now, very loose. Then I like to take my strainer and pass it through one more time. Just like to use a rubber spatula and just gently fold this, although you do need to mix it completely, but you just go in and fold your flour into your mixture. So this will take anywhere from 50 minutes up to an hour. You want to make sure it's fully cooked, especially in the center. So here are our walnuts. Fold those in, and of course, if you don't like nuts, you don't have to put it in. I just happen to love them. This is such a nice bread. Why do we make it so often? Everyone makes it often. You buy a bunch of bananas, and chances are before you finish them, you have some that are overripe, and what best to do with it than to make this bread. It freezes very nicely and it holds well. So you can hold this for a good 3 days, if not more. Okay, I think we scraped every bit out of our bowl. So this will go into the oven, 350 degrees. I'll start checking it in about 50 minutes. Okay, thanks. Our lovely banana bread is out of the oven. I just took it out. This took, in my oven, took about 55 minutes. And as I said, I just take a cake tester and just go through the center to make sure that it's perfectly clean. That's how you know it's done. And I'll give that you can see the bread. Looks beautiful. So we'll let this sit for 15 minutes. And then we will take it out of the pan and then let it cool completely before we go ahead and slice it. It looks really good. It smells great. So our bread has cooled completely, and I'm just going to use a serrated knife to slice the bread. Then you'll get to see what it looks like on the inside. I've already cut a few slices. Let's just pull this away so you can see it right in the middle. And I think that you can actually see how nice and light the bread looks. It's very, very light. You can see all the little holes. It's really nice and light. I just have a little platter here that I would put right on the platter. Put it right in front of us. And we can dust it with a little bit of confectioner's sugar, just right over the top. And there you have a beautiful banana bread. I will say this would be a very nice addition to a Sunday brunch, and I think you'll be very happy. So to all you banana bread lovers out there, enjoy. See you next time. Have a great day.